I'll be doing another weekend insight, alright? So, for the first, I will be pulling a victim versus creator card, just to be able to identify which perspective my collective is approaching today's, or at least this week's situation, multiple situations from. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share from what perspective will my collective, or the collective listening to this, be coming from in regards to difficulties that they are experiencing. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got, I say nay. Well, it was a victim card. And we'll see if it still is. Oh no. Creator. So, I'm going to take both out. Victim. There we go. So, what? Okay, so so you are either starting the week as a victim and becoming a creator towards the end of the week, or you are either being one or the other. So you're either a victim and you're going to stay a victim the entire week, or you are going to stay in your victim mentality and creator mentality and continue the rest of the week that way. Okay, so let's see what scripture card is going to come out to identify the situation. Well, the one thing that I can say is that currently there is something going on somewhere near me, and I mean, the situation can be very disheartening, but what you can do is try and get ahead of it and figure out what you can do if the situation arises, which is what I plan on doing. And that is how you stay in your creator mode. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share what scripture card will best help us this week in regards to our given situation. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share what scripture card will best help us this week. Please, God, angels, and guides. And we got Psalm book 46 verse 1. And it said, God is our refuge and strength, and even present and ever present help in trouble. Ever present help in trouble. What do I get by that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to actually clarify. Now, these are cards I wrote myself. I named them the Action Oracle. So, please, God, angels, and guides, truth. Who has a message for my collective? Please come forward and share. That was interesting. An empty card. Please come forward and share. No. Please come forward and clarify. How God is our refuge and strength, and an ever-present help in trouble. Follow your intuition. Number 47, which when added breaks down to an 11, which in numerology makes it 2. So, which, I mean, intuitively that comes out to balance in my mind. So, if you use your intuition in regards to the situation where you feel like a victim in whatever circumstance is coming about, I feel like that is where God is going to be your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Okay? And not only that is going to be helpful for victims, but also for creators, because the only difference between a victim and a creator is that a creator starts with using their intuition from the get-go, knowing that they have the answers, that God is going to help them create the reality or bring the reality they want into fruition. Now, victims, on the other hand, spend a little more time being all woe is me, what is happening, why is this happening to me, what did I do wrong, and yada yada yada. You know? So, like I said, follow your intuition. And so, let me just recap. So, this week, my collective is going to be separated into 2 groups, okay? The group of victims and the group of creators. Now, the distinction between the two is that the creators will approach any situation and look at it as something that they can overcome with their intuition, while as victims will spend a little bit of time being like, woe is me, why is this happening to me, before utilizing their intuition to get the best of the situation. And the scripture card is just telling is that God is our refuge and our strength, an ever-present help in trouble. So if you find specifically for the victims, okay, because the creators already know that their intuition is going to get them out of their predicament, which means that they know for a fact that God has their back and that they can use their intuition to get the best of the situation that they currently find themselves in, while as victims need a little more time to figure that out. And so for victims, the idea is that you first find solace in God, or at least that you come to grips with the idea that God is there to help you, and all you need to do is trust the prompts that God is sending your way. Okay? So, at the end of the day, where do you feel like you don't have the power necessary to overcome the situation that you find yourself in front of? And if you do find yourself in front of a situation, are you using your intuition to get yourself out of it? Ponder that.